Breaking developments in the coronavirus pandemic.
Social distancing has become the new normal. Millions of Americans are staying home.
The winners of this new economy are going to be brands that have the ability to deliver their products directly to consumers digitally. There are also other brands who, while they have to still physically deliver their product, have more robust e-commerce offerings where people can go online and purchase it and get it delivered. There are yet others who you have to physically go there to their store or location, which becomes even harder, and probably the hardest are the travel companies and hospitality companies, where because we can't travel that much anymore, those have probably been the hardest. This pandemic has obviously caused changes in consumer behavior, so brands have to kind of reinvent the way they communicate with consumers and market to them. One of the first things that these brands have to do is quickly get to excellence in personalized e-commerce marketing, right? They have to learn how to really communicate with consumers, not in a very broad, general way, but their marketing itself has to get very specific and very product driven, because the consumer has to make a choice between their product and other products. They have to learn how to communicate simultaneously in many different ways. So being very personalized and very specific in their messaging to direct consumers on the best way to purchase products. So for brands that have to engage consumers digitally and essentially get them to buy their products digitally, it is a whole different style of marketing that they have to embrace. And it becomes very data-driven. It becomes very, very specific with the product, with an offer and something to get the consumer to engage. But now they're being forced to innovate and figure out ways to use automation to bring down the costs that works well with the budget cuts, and yet produce innovations that produce better consumer engagement. The impact of the technology is that it automates the production of different types of messaging and different versions of messaging, and essentially eliminates the manual work that they would have otherwise had to pay for to do that. So there's an almost immediate cost reduction when this technology is deployed. And since the technology essentially automates the production of various personalized messages and content and ads, we went back to last year and looked at what it would have cost these brands if they had manually, through human labor, produced all of those versions of ads. It was about $642 million of savings that the brands that we worked with realized last year. If you add to the relevance that those personalized messages brought and the increase in sales, if you add that in, it was over $1 billion. So data is a key element of personalization. So the more a brand can harness technology that can use that data to deliver very precise messaging that's relevant to the consumer, the more likely they are to get the consumer engaged. Decisioning technology essentially takes these data triggers in real time, like the location the user is in, what products they may have browsed in the past, and essentially determines or makes a decision on what they should see. And this is quite important because within a few milliseconds, if you can't engage the consumer, often you've missed that opportunity. The purchase prediction engine is a very advanced piece of technology, and at its core tries to understand what we as consumers tend to do when we're actually looking for ready to purchase a product. All of that behavior is what a purchase prediction engine captures, and then using AI and machine learning essentially develops a prediction model that says not only that the consumer is likely to purchase the product, but also which product or which sets of products in order of significance and priority they're likely to purchase. And when those algorithms are incorporated into a personalized marketing strategy, it tends to be incredibly effective given the short attention spans of consumers and the fact that if you're the first one to get them the right product at the right time, you're likely to win their business. Marketing agility became very important very quickly during the pandemic, and frankly, many brands almost got into a state of panic about how do they quickly redirect consumers to the best way to purchase their products, right? So that there was the question of speed and agility became very important, and depending on where the consumer was, what was happening around them, they had to alter their messaging, and they had to do it quickly. So our technology, the companies that quickly deployed it, were able to do that quite successfully, because agility had become the key word.
Jivox works with the world's largest brands
who put their trust in our dynamic creative optimization technology
to deliver increased engagement and sales
without increasing the production cost.
Why are we unique?
Our personalization platform
for digital commerce marketing
uses data, automation,
and AI-based recommendations
to scale one-to-one marketing content
to the right people
at the right moment and place.
Unstoppable allows us to accelerate past the sea wave of change and create a new normal of choice.
Being unstoppable means adapting to the changing environment and the nuances of a business.
During the coronavirus pandemic, our customers use automation to change promotional advertising to crisis response in just a few hours. That is unstoppable.
We treat every challenge as an opportunity, waiting for a solution. We come together as one team, resilient, strong, focused.
When I think of the word unstoppable, I think of coming together as a team or community, especially during these times. And at your lowest point, no matter what challenges, obstacles are lying in front of you, facing those head on, never quitting, and as a result, coming out a stronger person.
Being unstoppable to me means always fighting through and grinding as hard as you can.
Unstoppable to me really means overcoming objections and obstacles in the difficult business environment and continuing to deliver value to the market and our customers to drive the business forward.
To me, unstoppable is about a mindset in which you're able to identify opportunity for growth and development in circumstances that are difficult and challenging.
Being unstoppable is about making the most out of your current situation.
Unstoppable means two things to me and to Jivox. Number one, we are rock solid in our commitment to our customers and partners. And number two, we are equally rock solid in our commitment to our fantastic teammates.
Unstoppable is our company slogan. We've really come together as a team to be successful. We've been very fast to launch new products that really speak to our brands in a time where they need to be more savvy in terms of e-commerce.
Unstoppable is no matter how difficult it is or how bad it gets, we make things happen.
What unstoppable means to me is persevering and staying on top with positivity. Jivox's #1 priority is the well-being and success of our people, and we intend to keep it that way. Truly unstoppable.